welcome back to another great interactive read aloud. Today we have The Little Red Hen Makes a Pizza. So here's another great story that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. And like always, you need your reading pal to help you get through the story. And we have Oliver. Oliver's been here for many read alouds. How's it going, Oliver? Are you enjoying all of these stories? Thumbs up from Oliver. Before we get into our story, let's look at our objective like we always do. So today, students will listen to a delightful story with a great message from the author. As we read and listen, we'll make inferences about the characters. Okay, so that's going to be our focus as we read through this great book. We're going to think about the author's message, and we're going to make inferences about the characters. So, as you recall, we talked about making inferences on many different occasions. And we know that an author can't put every single idea or thought about characters in their stories. So we, as readers, make inferences. We look at pictures, we read the text, and then we come up with our own ideas in our head as to what the author wants us to think or know about those characters. And the author always puts, well, not always, but many times there's a great message, something that the author wants you to learn from having read the story. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So let's look at this. The Little Red Hen Makes a Pizza. And if you look over here, you see that it is a level M reader. So if you are reading at Benchmark, then end of second grade, you should be able to read this book without a problem. It is being retold by Philemon Sturgis. Retold means that it is being told again. So that leads me to believe that Philemon Sturgis isn't the original author. They may have taken this story and changed it a bit. You may have read a story about the Little Red Hen before, but this one's a little different because the Little Red Hen makes a pizza in this one. And it is illustrated by Amy Walrad. So all the wonderful illustrations that we will see are from her. She's the one who did the drawings. So if we look at the cover, we see a nice little red hen with a big mixing bowl and this wooden spoon in her hand, and we see some other characters in the background. Okay, so I'm going to assume that these characters, and of course Little Red Hen, are very important to the story, especially Little Red Hen, since that is part of our title. So let's get into this. Ready, Oliver? It's going to be a good one. The Little Red Hen had eaten the last slice of her tasty loaf of bread. She'd sipped a cup of chickweed tea and taken her nap. Now she was hungry again. So she scratched through her cupboard and spied a can of tomato sauce. Why don't I make a lovely little pizza? She said to herself. Okay, so does this story sound familiar to you? Does it sound like a story you may have already heard? Does that sound familiar, Little Red Hen? Let's see what happens. She rummaged through her pan drawer. There were bread pans, cake pans, and muffin pans, frying pans, all kinds of pans. But not one single pan was large and round and flat. Cluck, she said, I need a pizza pan. She stuck her head out the window. Good morning. Does anybody have a pizza pan? Not I, said the duck. Not I, said the dog. Not I, said the cat. So here's a good place to make predictions. What do you think is going to happen next? What do you think is going to happen? She's asking everybody for a pizza pan, but nobody has one. So what do you think? Tell your reading pal what you think might happen next. I think she might have to go buy one. So let's see what happens. Very well then, I'll fetch one myself, said the little red hen. So she went to the hardware store. She bought a pizza pan, a large mixing bowl, a pizza slicer, and some other stuff. When she got home, she opened the cupboard. She saw beans and rice, sugar and spices, jars of jam, and jars of honey, and even pickled eggplant, but no flour. Cluck, she said, I need flour. So look at all the stuff she found, but now she needs flour. And let's look at this page for a second. We made a prediction. I predicted that she was going to go and buy one, and my prediction came true, so we did good. Did your prediction come true? Did you think she was going to have to go buy one? Let's think about this. She needs flour. So predict. What do you think she's going to do? Where is she going to get the flour from? What do you think? What do you think, Oliver? You think she's going to go buy some? Let's find out. She stuck her head out the window. Hello, she said. Who'll run to the store and get me some flour? Not I, said the duck. Not I, said the cat. Not I, said the dog. Gee, so nobody wants to help her get the stuff together that she needs. Poor little red hen. I think she's going to have to go herself. Let's find out. Very well then, I'll fetch some myself, said the little red hen. So she went to the supermarket. She bought some flour, some salt, some oil, and some other stuff. When she got home, she opened the fridge. Cluck, she said. There's cream cheese, blue cheese, string cheese, and Swiss cheese, but no mozzarella. So she doesn't have mozzarella. So let's predict. Where will she get what she needs? Is she gonna go to the store, or you think she's gonna borrow some? She might have to go buy some, because I don't think her friends have anything. They haven't been able to give her anything. Let's see. She stuck her head out the window. Excuse me, she said. Who will go to the store and buy me some mozzarella? Not I, said the duck. Not I, said the dog. Not I, said the cat. Very well then, I'll fetch some myself, said the little red hen. Gee, everybody looks like they're having a wonderful time, but that's too bad that they can't help little red hen. She's supposed to be their friend. Let's see what happens. So the little red hen went to the delicatessen. She bought some mozzarella, pepperoni, and olives, some mushrooms, onions, and garlic, a can of 8 small anchovies, and some other stuff, but no pickled eggplant. Let's make some inferences right here. Before we move on, there was a lot said there about Little Red Hen, what she bought. Okay, so what do you think about her? Let's make some inferences. What kind of hen is she? What do you think? Look at all the stuff she eats. Do you think we can say maybe she's kind of fancy? She likes to do things different? It kind of reminds me of Mother Bruce. You remember him? He liked fancy food too. So I think we can say that about Little Red Hen. Let's move on. When she got home, the Little Red Hen put on her apron and stuck her head out the window. Good afternoon, she said. Who will help me make some pizza dough? Not I, said the duck. Not I, said the dog. Not I, said the cat. Very well then, I'll make it myself, said Little Red Hen. So once again, look at her friends. They are too busy to help her. What inference can we make about them? What can we say about her friends? Do you think they're being helpful or kind? I don't think so. I think they need to be a little more kind to Little Red Hen. So she put the flour and some other stuff into her mixie bowl and stirred and mixed and mixed and kneaded and pounded until she had a big ball of pizza dough. After the dough rose, the Little Red Hen rolled it flat and folded it and rolled it again and again and spun it around her head several times. Look at that. Wow. It takes a lot of work to make pizza dough, but she's doing it. When the dough was just right, she tossed it way up in the air one last time for good luck and put it in her pizza pan. She's a real professional. Yeah, it kind of goes back to the inference I made about her earlier. She's pretty fancy. She knows how to do things the right way. Then she stuck her head out the window. "Excuse me," she said. "Who will help me make the topping?" "Not I," said the duck. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the cat. "Very well then, I'll make it myself," said the little red hen. Okay, so once again here we could think about her friends, and are they really being good friends? Okay, what inference can we make about them? I would say that they're probably not being very good friends. Not once have they been able to help her. And look at what they're doing. It's not like they're super busy. They're just out there playing, so they can help her. So she chopped and grated and sliced. Next, she opened her can of tomato sauce and spread it all over the pizza dough. On top of that, she put some grated mozzarella, some sliced pepperoni, some chopped olives, some mushrooms, some onions and garlic, 8 small anchovies, and some other stuff, but no pickled eggplant. The little red hen looked at her pizza. It looked just right. She put it in the oven and sat down to sip a cup of chickweed tea. That's a lot of work, huh? Pretty soon, a delicious smell drifted from the oven. It filled the room and floated out the window. "My lovely little pizza must be ready," she thought. Okay, so let's make some predictions. Look at the picture. What do you think will happen next? Look at that picture. So she's having her tea, and we could see the aroma from the pizza coming out of the oven and going out the window. And if you see out the window, look who's there. Do you think they might smell the pizza and want some? Do you think she's going to want to share? Because they haven't been the kindest. So let's find out. It was lovely, but it was not little. So now she has this big, huge, humongous pizza. So what do you think she's going to do? What do you think little red hen's gonna do with that humongous pizza? Do you think she's gonna eat it all by herself, or do you think she might wanna share with her friends? I think she might eat it all by herself because they haven't been that nice to her. Why should she share with them? Let's find out. So she stuck her head out the window. "Good evening," she said. "Would anybody like some pizza?" Can you guess what the duck said? Can you guess what the dog said? Can you guess what the cat said? So she's offering them pizza. Isn't she lovely? What do you think they're going to say? Do you think they're going to want some? I think they are. Let's find out. They all said yes, of course. But the cat scraped most of the topping off his share. When the pizza was all gone, the little red hen had made herself another cup of chickweed tea. Boy, she enjoys having that tea. Then she asked, "Who will help me do the dishes?" Now, can you guess what the duck, the dog, and the cat each said? So this is a good place to make predictions. So what do you think? They didn't help her make the food, but they sure did help her eat the food. And now she needs help with the dishes. Do you think they're going to help her? You don't think they are, Oliver? Well, I could see why somebody think they wouldn't. They haven't been very helpful, but let's find out. They each said, "I will, I will, I will." And there they are helping do the dishes. So, seems like they are pretty good friends after all. And they did. And here they are having a good time listening to music while they do the dishes. Isn't that a great story? The Little Red Hen Makes a Pizza. That's a great story. So let's look at our objective and the writing assignment that follows. So I told you that there was a great message from the author, and I hope you understood the message as we went through the story. And we made some inferences about Little Red Hen, and we made inferences about her friends. We thought about Little Red Hen and how she must be fancy and how she must like to do things in a different way, because she went way out of her way to make a beautiful pizza with so many toppings. So I think we were able to see what kind of chick she is, or hen, I should say, sorry. And her friends. I think that we may have thought at the beginning that they weren't such great friends and maybe they could have been more helpful, but at the end they did show their kindness by helping clean up. So that's what we learned about the characters as we made inferences. And the author's message. So think about that. So in your notebook, you're going to turn to the first blank page like you always do. You will write the title of the story, The Little Red Hen Makes a Pizza, and write what you think the author wanted the reader to learn from this story. So what do you think the author wanted you to learn? Think about friendship. Think about working together. Think about being a team. Okay, so think about all those things and write what you think the author wanted the reader to learn from this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Here's another great reader, Level M, and it's in our library, so hopefully you'll have a chance to read it by yourself one day. And can't wait to see you, boys and girls. Thank you for joining us. Bye.